Joining me now, Darwin Bureau Chief Matt Cunningham and host of Overnights on City Radio 2GB, Michael McLaren. Well, Michael, I know talkback lines are running hot on these IR changes. They're trying to ram it through, and I've always said the flags go off for me when legislation's got to pass. It's got to pass by Christmas. If it's good legislation, it'll stand up to scrutiny. These changes, small business, surely there's got to be some sort of carve out. They have been king hit out of this pandemic. The last thing they need is more financial pain.
Yes, Peter, well, the sign behind me says Christmas is coming, and a number of the small businesses no doubt are worried already that people are going to tighten the purse strings leading into Christmas. So they've got that on their mind, and now they've got this, and they simply, many of them don't have the money. And, you know, I think whether it happens before Parliament rises or not, and obviously the Labor Party want that. A lot of it's going to come down, I assume, to David Pocock's vote in the Senate or maybe Jackie Lambie. But, you know, I mean, these warning bells, as you say, have been ringing loud. They're getting louder, and it doesn't seem as though the government's retreating. So it's going to be one hell of a final fortnight.
Yeah, we'll watch it closely. Victoria today, the CFMEU, Matt, and this is bizarre because they're being paid by the taxpayer, supposedly working on a nearby metro line project. They turned up at Mathew Guy's press conference. He's the opposition leader. Have a look.
This is the kind of Victoria that Daniel Andrews thrives off. Intimidation and division. We're better than this as a state. We're better than this, and we're better than the intimidation and the division that Daniel Andrews has created in this state.
I tell you, Matt, if I was the opposition leader, that would be an ad on TV tonight, and I'd run it hard right up until polling day. But it proves his point on thuggery, doesn't it?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? And this happens at almost every election. And I'm not exactly sure what the CFMEU are trying to achieve when they do this, apart from prove the exact point that you're making there. Although I do know political candidates who've run up here as well, where they've been subjected to that sort of behaviour, and they've vowed that they'll never run again because they and their families were so threatened by being subjected to that sort of behaviour. But I think you're right. I think that, you know, it's something the Liberal Party could latch onto in the last couple of days of this campaign and try to make the point that, hey, these people are friends of the Premier and they're out there doing this while they're supposed to be working on critical infrastructure projects for the state.
That you're paying for, Victorians.